Hey everybody, welcome to the Koch File. So we're going to be doing a reaction to the live that she deleted, which was called Yes, I Was There. Now we know that Chantal has put multiple videos up. This weekend was quite busy, and there was so much to look at and respond to, and I felt that this was the best one. This video is found on Mary Beth Wylie. I'm going to put her channel below. Make sure you subscribe and support this person, because if it wasn't for this person and various other people, I would not be able to do this reaction without the video. So thank you very much. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's see what she's up to. I did see parts of this.
And honestly, I just
Here, let me go back. Sorry guys, I'm gonna go back a little bit.
See me. Maybe that's a good thing.
I'm not even quite sure what time of the day this is, but I think it's like early morning.
I see names coming in, like movement, but I can't see who you are because I'm not looking at the chat because it is nighttime and it is dark. And
you shouldn't be looking at the chat, period, when you're driving.
I am completely sober.
Yeah, right.
However, so that's good. I know a lot of people are concerned about me driving. Hi and no.
The thing that I don't understand is, I mean, the number of times that we see her smoking weed on these lives for multiple hours a day, I don't exactly know when she's sober. Like, I can't quite figure it out because, you know, if I smoked weed early in the morning and was smoking it in the afternoon, then smoking it at night, there really is no time that I'm actually sober enough to drive. So I'm not quite sure when she considers herself sober.
I'm not. But I really want to go get a Diet Coke, I think, at McDonald's. I'm like just craving something, I don't know, I'm just craving a Diet Coke. You ever just get that craving where you just crave a Diet Coke? And nope. I know I'm crazy, okay?
Not for Diet Coke.
And I was gonna do an open chat. Let me turn this on. Is that better? I was gonna do, no, that's not better. Okay, you can't see me right now, but we're going to McDonald's. So, all right. Let me just see here. It's friggin' foggy as hell. I like this road, but at night it's a little, and of course. All right. So I am going to use this opportunity to talk about, yeah, so as I was saying, I was gonna have an open chat, but I decided to read some of my comments, and I forgot that I've completely unblocked everybody who fucking hates me in this world, and I've also allowed them to comment whatever they want on my videos. Now, there are some comments that are still being withheld automatically. I don't have control over that. It just happens with YouTube, so, but some of the comments are just fucking like, ow. I was just like, what the hell? They don't affect me as much as they used to, and I'm not going to turn them off. But people hate me right now. And honestly, I just... I
don't believe it's that people hate you. It's more has to do with people are disappointed in you and the decisions you're making and the choices and the people that are around you. And then the people that you're ignoring, like your family and your friends. You're ignoring their concern. They're wanting to help you. People are disappointed. People are very disappointed.
When I say people hate me, I don't want to sound like a victim, and I don't want to sound like poor me, everyone hates me, me against the world. That's not what I mean. When I say everybody, I'm just generalizing. I know there's people who most people are concerned about me, and don't want to enable or encourage bad behavior because I'm a fucking toddler. But, sorry, I'm just looking out for little beady eyes on the side of the road because, let's be real, there's a lot of animals around here. Okay, no, I'm not laughing. It's not a laughing matter. I have to talk seriously about some things. If I can be serious. I feel like I'm just not even able to be serious anymore because, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just numb and all I can do is just laugh at every situation in my life right now. I know that sounds bad, but I don't know. Anyway,
You have an uncanny way of minimalizing everything. I mean, you've minimized every serious issue in your life.
As you probably guessed, I'm on my way back from Dom's. And don't hate me, Shannon, please. Just hear me out, guys. I'm not going to talk about him because putting everything...
She says she's not going to talk about him, but she spends much of the video talking about him.
All of our issues and everything on the online is dangerous. It's not good. That, number one, I was always in the wrong for. And I feel like, I don't know. Okay, no, maybe I don't know. Anyways, so I want to be careful. Basically, what I'm saying this because I want to be careful about how I tell my story, without, you know what I mean? I want to be honest with you guys because I know that I'm gonna get so much fucking hate for this, and I know I'm gonna get so much backlash, and even possibly lose so much support from people. And I still want to be honest. So if I lose things for things that I've done or for being honest, then at least I know that I was at least honest about stuff, and that's all I ever want. Like, you know, I don't want to hide anymore. It's exhausting. I don't want to feel like, oh my God, you know.
I can't recount a time where Chantal didn't have diarrhea of the mouth. You know, she's acting like she's withheld so much information, but she's notorious for saying everything, even things that are totally inappropriate to say, or things that are none of anybody's business.
What I'm doing something so terrible and I want to hide it. I just don't want to do that. I just want to be completely honest with how I'm feeling.
You wouldn't have to feel like you needed to give this whole speech if you didn't already know everything you're doing is so wrong.
And I think just trying to describe how I'm feeling in all of this is really important because that matters. I'm having a really hard time. Number one, I will say I was absolutely 100% honest about being sober from cocaine. I have not done it. I'm not going to speak.
Do you guys believe that she has not done the coke for this last month? I don't know. I don't know what to think about that because there have been some times where she's been on video and I question that.
On him and what he does. We had made a pact to be sober because of it caused us problems in our relationship. And since everything is already out, that's another thing. Like, I'm not going to tell you things that you don't already suspect or know. We've had some pretty toxic. We actually, so here's the thing with me and Dawn. It was like, okay, so I wanted to bring his stuff back, and what is prompting this is actually reading the comments from my Burger King video and people being like, she just came from Dom's, and it, like, I know, like, I don't need to, like, come on and verify everything. It's like, I don't know, it's just that Yeah, no, see, I'm not going to downplay abuse. That's not what I'm trying to do. And I really don't want people to think that's what I'm doing. I really don't want people to think I'm
And she'll spend this entire live downplaying the abuse.
trying to
Literally.
downplay abuse. I don't want people to try to think that I'm trying to downplay any situation. I just want people to understand the situation fully, because there's a lot of misinformation going around, and there's a lot of rumors, and there's a lot of lies. There's a lot of lies. And I just don't want that to happen. Like, I don't want people to think things are worse than they are based on lies.
Much of, I'd say most, if not everything, that we're looking at is what we're disappointed in. I don't know what lies, if you're talking about, reaction channels like maybe French Fried Girl with that whole thing that happened. I don't know. I mean, what we're seeing from you is what we're seeing. That's where our disappointment's coming from. That's where our concern's coming from. Is the stuff you tell, the things you do, that's what we're basing it on.
So, anyways, okay. I don't know how I'm going to talk about this without, like, do you know what I mean? Respecting privacy, but also trying to explain. So I went to bring back everything, and we talked, of course. And I'm thinking, of course, but I don't know. All right, what do you want me to say? So, we talked about what happened with Shannon. We talked about. So basically, I think he was mad that I was talking about him online last night. And then the thing with Shannon, like, I'm not excusing it at all.
I find it kind of interesting that he was upset, and he's been upset previously based on what you've said about you talking about him and your relationship with him and all these personal details online to strangers. But now you're still talking about him. Like, it blows my mind that in one breath you're saying he was disappointed because I was talking about him, and then right now, what, an hour after you left him, you're talking about him again. And you wonder why you find yourself in this situation constantly, having to backpedal, trying to make excuses.
What happened with them, it's like really stressed me out, and I think it's horrible, but what else? So basically what happened with this whole abuse thing, I wasn't abused over and over and over. What happened was, like, when we were doing cocaine together, there was a bad night, and we ended up getting in a bad fight, and it turned like physical, and that's all I want to say about it. We just really got it.
So because it hasn't happened time and time again, that it only happened one time, then we should all just push it in the back and just, oh, it was just like a one-off abusive situation. Nothing to worry about, move on. That's her mentality right now. That because she's saying it was a one-time event, that we shouldn't make a big deal out of this. Look, abuse is abuse. If someone gets physical with you, especially early on in the relationship, it tells you a lot about how that relationship is going to be. I mean, for someone to react that way is very dangerous. That's a very toxic situation. That's not like a normal, we're just having an argument. That's can be bad. I mean, people end up in very, very bad situations, in relationships like that. No one is worth tolerating abuse from. No one. If you're in a relationship with someone who's abusive, get out of it. It's not worth it. It's not worth your life.
Bad fight. Like, we weren't ourselves. Like, I didn't recognize this person, and even he was like, yes, I know it's like, you know, it makes me someone else, whatever. I'm not, see, like, it sounds like I'm making excuses, and I'm not trying to. I just don't want to, I don't want to talk about it because it's really private, and it affects his life and not just mine. And yes, whether or not it became physical, he's still a person, and he doesn't.
So now she's proceeding to make more excuses for him, telling us that he's a person, that we shouldn't have such a strong feeling towards him in his actions, that now she's trying to now make it so that it's not quite as intense as she made it out to be. So she's doing this backpedaling now.
Deserve to have this all aired online like I did, basically. Or what? I don't know. Anyway.
But you're still talking about it.
So, yeah. So I went back and because I don't know, like, I think I made this a lot worse than it was. Like, do you know what I mean?
If what you're saying is true and he put his hands on you, you're not exaggerating. I mean, I know there are some people out there that have a theory that this abuse isn't actually happening. I'm going to assume it is because I don't have enough information to come to a conclusion like that. But if he's put his hands on you, trust me, it's bad, and it will happen again because you've set the bar on what you're willing to tolerate in that relationship. You set the bar there. So he knows you'll take it and you'll come back.
Okay, let me just fucking stop the car so I can answer your questions. Like, when I get to McDonald's, I'm not explaining it properly. I'm like tired. I'm not, basically I really love the guy. Like, I'm in love with the guy, and I don't know what to, do you know what I mean? And I spend a lot of time with him, so yes, like, we've had bad fights and everything, but my hope was that we would, like, be clean together and we would just grow as people together, and do you know what I mean? Like, live happily ever after. And because
how can you expect to live happily ever after with someone who is, based on what you're saying, abusive? Not only has he been physically abusive with you, he's been verbally abusive. All that talk that you've been doing lately, downing your cats, calling them, idiots and all this stuff, and making comments about your loose skin and your fat and making fun of yours, that's all coming from him. What you're saying, those insulting things, are things coming from him to you, and you're taking it off of you and putting it on your animals. Believe me, anybody who's been in a situation like this knows what she's doing.
it was, like, really, like, the only major, I mean, there's, like, other things. I know you people are like red flags, and I understand that. I don't know what to say, guys. Everything I say is just making excuses. I know. I don't know what to say. I don't know how else to, I don't know. So I don't want people to hate me, but I also don't want to make him mad by talking about it. And I also, not mad, but I also don't want to, like, lie and just be like, And
what I find interesting about this whole story is that I've had friends who were in abusive relationships when I was younger, and I was very close with them, and they didn't talk about it. It was more of what I saw, what I observed. They tend to not talk about it so much, or not at all. And I find it interesting that she feels very, very comfortable talking about abuse to complete strangers online. I don't know. That's just something I observed. I don't know. I could be completely off, but that's been my experience with people who were in abusive relationships and I was close to them. Is they tend to just ignore the topic or not talk about it at all. But what you observe, what you see, is what you catch on to.
I don't know. I want a Diet Coke. He does not have an ex-girlfriend. So I've fact checked, and I'm not going to go into his personal life and details on all his, like, if he's been involved in anything legally and all that. That's not no one's business. I don't want to talk about that. That's not for me to talk about. No matter who it is. Like, if I know them personally, it's just dangerous. It's not, but I mean, if I were like, he had an ex-girlfriend that died. You guys already know this, so he can't get mad at me for that. But she didn't die with him. Like, he wasn't seeing her. So he hadn't seen her in like a few years at that point. So like, it had nothing to do with him. He wasn't with her. They didn't do cocaine. It had nothing to do with, actually, she didn't even do cocaine. Like, she was a drinker, but she never did cocaine. So it was something out, like, natural cause. She was like 45, I don't know. So, and then there was like a rumor that he stabbed his girlfriend, and that was like not the story at all. I don't know. And I've actually seen like proof like today. So I believe him on certain things. That's all I'm going to.
I would imagine if he did actually stab a girlfriend, that he would have been imprisoned. I can't imagine that I don't know how it is in Canada, but definitely I would imagine he would have had to serve at least some time, depending, on the case and everything. And there should be court documentation. Again, I don't know how Canada is. In the US, you can easily find court information about people. So
say, but I'm just saying that everything you hear about him is not all true, and I think he's just like really, I don't know. I mean,
the point here, Chantal, is that you don't really know him. Because there's always like all this information coming out, and you're having to backpedal to minimize the issues that are presented to you. Yeah, I think you're doing a great job minimizing everything and trying to find an explanation for everything and trying to make us like him. And unfortunately, when people know someone's in an abusive situation, no matter how severe or whatever, they're going to get concerned and they're going to not like that individual because they know what they're doing to you.
So anyway, it's just little things are not adding up. Like, people are all in my ears about everything. As for like, I don't know. I just want to like stop. McDonald's is up here. I just want a Diet Coke, maybe a plain cheeseburger. I don't know. I know I think I'm pathetic, I'm weak, and I probably am. But where's the McDonald's? They better be open. I think they're 24 hours, obviously. Ooh, the gym. Sorry, I know I'm like I'm making jokes in a serious situation. That's just what I do, because Wait, what is this? Are they open or closed? You know, sometimes they close off the drive-thru and you're not sure. There's like nobody here. This can't be real. Oh, there's someone taking out the garbage.
Hi, how can I get for you?
Hi, can I have a medium Diet Coke with extra ice and a cheeseburger?
Medium Diet Coke and cheeseburger?
Yes, please.
And is that all?
That's it.
Your total will be $3.55 on the second window.
Thank you. I don't think I've ever had a cheaper McDonald's order than that in my life. God, I think I have a 5. I'll use that. Hi. Thank you. I'm gonna go home. Thank you. What? I know. Actually, Beaker, if you want to know, yeah, for sticking up for me. That's what I tried to explain. And he's like, well, she messaged me a whole bunch of shit. You know, you told her, like, I didn't want her to, but at the same time, she was, you know. I am getting therapy.
No, you're not.
I am getting therapy.
No, you're not. You haven't even set it up yet.
What do I want from you? Nothing. I just want you to listen and I guess just share my stuff. Bella Juice, love isn't this painful and hard. This is bad news. I don't know what it is, but when it's good, it's really good, and it's hard to remember the really bad. Do you know what I mean by that? When am I getting therapy? Well, all I have to do is make a phone call.
So make it.
I know that's all I have to do. Do you want us to sit back and be okay with it? La La Land. Thank you for your super chat. No. Thank you. That's a lot to ask from... I'm gonna drive home and then I'll park here and eat this and then go home. That's a lot to ask from people to... Obviously, people are not gonna be okay with, you know... especially online. That's why it's just... all of this should have never been online. Like, this is crazy for this kind of thing. It's so private, you know, and I just feel stupid.
And she'll never learn from this experience. She'll never be able to be like, okay, I learned from this experience. I will never do this again. No, she does this all the time, and she will continue to do it.
I feel like I'm in a mess, and I feel like you love me plain cheeseburger. I feel like I have to just like always talk about like things, you know, and
maybe if you weren't on live so much and actually did videos, you wouldn't be talking about any of this stuff. See, you're on these lives for long durations of time and you need to fill it with content. So you talk about every single thing in your life because you have nothing going on. I mean, you don't have an active social life. Your life is simply your home, literally your bedroom, and this dom. You're neglecting everything else in your life.
I got a cheeseburger. So anyway, I don't know what to say. Do you do this because you don't love yourself? Do what specifically?
And this is where she'll get super annoyed from this point forward, because now she's actually looking at the chat and seeing all the comments. And it's a shame that we don't have the chat actively on the screen, but you'll see in the chat that, everybody was upset. Everybody was, just letting her have it.
I gotta go home and poop.
Lovely. Well, we so didn't need to know that.
My nerves are bad. Did I exaggerate?
Your nerves are bad because you did this to yourself. You need to value yourself. You don't value yourself. It's quite obvious.
No, because when we're not on coke, it's fine. But well, within reason, I don't know. Wow.
W, leave him alone.
Mega Braylon, we had really bad fights.
Sorry,
no, I've said
like
I don't like when men raise their voice, because he always, like, I don't know if it's like, he's a very loud talker, and he gets very excited when he talks,
So I'm from that part of the world. I mean, my family is. And that is very common. We tend to be very loud. We use our hands. It does, it is funny because to people who are not from our culture will actually think we're fighting. We're like actively fighting. But we're not. We're talking. We're just extremely loud and vocal and hands moving and everything. So, yeah. She's probably just not used to that. It can be a bit overwhelming. I know my husband is not from my culture, and a lot of times when I'm talking, he thinks I'm yelling, but I'm not.
he's intimidating. He's an intimidating person. Yeah. But I don't know if
if you're intimidated with the man that you're with, that's not a good thing. Like, I get it. You're dating someone who's intimidating. Okay, that's fine. But if you feel that he's intimidating towards you, that could be a problem.
I'm afraid to be alone. I'm not going to check. Save your super chats for when I get home if you want to send a message. I don't want to, and Sandra, I saw that you're disappointed. I fully understand. I was thinking so hard before going live, like, I could just go back to videos. And no one will ever know what I'm doing with my life.
That's fine if that's what you want to do.
And I don't want to ask Pats for telling the truth, because the truth is, oh, it is what it is, but we were done. Like, we were done last night, and that was it. And someone did steal his clothes. I checked his whole house. I said, well, you know what? The underwear I left here, the 10 size underwear I left here, you can make a few pairs of pants. No, but all seriousness, of course I don't condone abusive relationships, abuse at all. I don't. Is it naive for me to say that I feel like people are just like, you know,
that people are just like, you know, no, go ahead, finish your thought.
I don't know what to say. Anyway, so I feel like, is it naive to think like that even like bad boys can be like, I mean, can like, everybody has good in them. And like, I've spent like,
just because someone may be a bad boy doesn't mean he has to be an abusive person, okay? I think that's absolutely absurd to think that.
hours and hours and hours with this person, and I don't know. All I'm saying is that it's a lot easier said than done to just walk away from somebody that you're in love with. Or
it's much easier if you leave early on in the relationship. You're only 4 months into this thing. That isn't long at all. If in fact all of this is true, there is no reason why you can't just walk away. No one gets that emotionally vested in 4 months. That would be insane. At your age, you should be cautious. You should really be looking at the person in and out, because let me tell you, every second of your life is valuable, and you don't want to waste it on someone who does not add more value to your life.
I don't know. And anyway, that's it. Poor Pete. I'm gonna leave it. Wow, I mean, like, alright, somebody and get married, and then I don't know, maybe Pete can just like, poor Pete. He's always gonna just rent a room and wherever I am, just have a room wherever I am. How about that for you guys? I can't park. I'm too close. I try to leave some space between my car because I'm like fat, but then I'm leaving not enough room. So I'm very conscious of that for everybody, because as a fat person, it's something that affects me. You know? Well, for me, it is easier said than done. Yes, it is. It's not easy. Or I would do.
4 months into the relationship, you can walk away much easier than if you're a year, 2 years, 3 years into this relationship. I would suggest walking away, get all your crap, and just walk away. I don't know why you're making this much more than it needs to be.
Do it. maybe not. I don't know. Bella Juice, he plays you like a fiddle girl while you're playing your plaything. Well, let me tell. I'll get more into it. Sorry, my thing was in my purse, and I had to poo.
I can't for the life of me understand why she has to announce that she had to take a poop.
Sorry.
I didn't know that. I mean, I assumed he didn't work, but I thought that she said he was a chef. I don't know. I know there's probably some videos I haven't seen, but apparently, so now he's got a job. So I guess she doesn't have to pay his rent anymore.
And he said he didn't blame me for the delicious Chantal Williams show. I do care about my life and well-being. I do, yes. And I've set some very firm boundaries.
And what are those boundaries?
I'll be okay, Vance Beezer. I understand. You have no right to speak of dear leader. Well, no, I just mean like personal things, you know? He's gaslighting? What do you mean? Just because you're honest doesn't make it okay. I know. I'm not saying it is or it's not. I'm just saying, no, I won't be paying anybody's rent ever again. I have my own bills. Like I was honest about that, just the one thing to help him out. And I offered. He's honestly never asked me.
So this is how it works, Chantal. He might not have asked you, but obviously it came up in conversation from him, if that is in fact true, that he didn't ask you. What happens is people will talk about it in a roundabout way, kind of hinting at the fact that they might not be able to make their rent or might not be able to purchase this or that. They're doing that because they want to set that light under you to say, well, let me help you out this month, or let me give you $50 so you can go get that. It's not uncommon. I've been in scenarios like that, and you can immediately read what the person is doing in that situation. It's a manipulative tactic that people will do. They'll kind of bring it up in a roundabout way because they know at some point you're going to offer, because that's how you are. You're gullible to him. He knows you would do anything, literally, for him. He knows this. There are people out there that would test you, see how far they can push you, to see how much you would do for them. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the movie Al Pacino. I think it was in the 70s, and it was called Needle Park. And there's this one part where he wants her to do a drug deal. And she asked him why. And he just said, some generic comment. And she said, no, because you want to see, how much I would do for you. And then she agrees to do it. It's not an uncommon scenario. People will push you to see how much they can get out of you. How committed are you in this game?
So, and he said that tonight. He's like, I never asked you for anything. Why are you going online saying you pay my... Like, everyone needs to know that. And, like, I felt bad. Izzy Parkinson. I love you, but please, this isn't right.
I don't know why you feel bad, because you yourself said it online. So just own it. Just say, yeah, I said it, and it's the truth. I did pay your rent. That's it.
I understand he's playing me. Okay, Naughty G. I just don't know. This choice will ruin and hurt your career. It isn't okay. We're so much more than this. People here love you and want to see you succeed. I want to succeed too. I'm not using your money for anything other than my own and for Pete's. So, and for Sam. Right, Sam?
What that person probably meant when they said you're using our money to pay his rent. I get what Chantal's saying, right? She earns the money, it's her money. However, I can see the other side of it when it comes to using the money from members who are paying to support her and what she's doing online, but she's taking that money to support him. And that is irritating people, understandably so, because if you're supporting her, you want those funds to go for her to survive, not for him when he's the abusive jerk. So this is why people say that. They don't want their money, which is what they're giving every month for membership and their super chats and all this stuff. They feel like their money is going towards that stuff. So you have to understand that side of it, Chantal.
Anymore, obviously, like, well, the hope is that, I don't know. Starting fresh. I do want to start fresh. I want to be healthy and get better. I'm not going to alter any of those plans for that. You know, I've never complained. Well, I'm just telling you what's going on, and yes, I don't know, I'm not... Yeah. Nice, and so many fans are canceling, don't let him. That's okay, Izzy. I understand. What do you think will come from speaking to him? What is it you expect? Love? No, girl, come on. S-Jam. Oh my god, okay. XXHSX. Yes, I expect love. That's what I want. S-Jam 2. Thank you, S-Jam. Thank you. No, he's not stopping me from seeing anybody. I'm not gonna stop seeing people. No, it's not like that. Brought the clothes. I need a joint for this. My life is such a fucking mess right now. Maddie Sin, how much super chat to make you stay away? I mean, don't people deserve chances? I don't know. I did not do coke, and I have not done it since... Remember I made that promise with Annie? I have not done coke. I know, Maddie Sin. I have not.
I have a hard time
100%.
believing that. I don't know why.
The physical fight was seriously only once. I swear to God. Why are you just in your purse? What? I have a joint. He rolled some for me because I don't know how to roll. I have my bong, but I left it there. I don't know. I didn't want to bring it home. JRMO 2. is his third chance. I'm not an angel either, guys, by any means. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I deserve to be like hit or yelled at, but
But why do you feel that you should tolerate that? If you feel that you shouldn't, but now you're making excuses that you should, I'm confused. I'm confused because you're contradicting yourself. You're saying that you don't believe it's right that you should take that type of abuse, verbal, physical, whatever. But then you're going back to him and trying to make excuses in the same breath. I mean, it's very confusing. People are receiving very mixed messages about what's going on. And this is why people are concerned.
yeah. If you want to cancel, I understand. I don't do emotional blackmail for people. If you don't want to support me anymore, then don't. I don't do emotional blackmail. I'm just telling you. I see a lot of that. People did it with Amber Lynn. She's eating a shrimp ring. Let's cancel. So I don't think anything is going to change in my content. I'm still going to do videos that I'm going to be trying to get back to emotional.
I do not see her going back to videos anytime soon. I would be in shock if we saw any videos from her. The amount of work that she doesn't need to put in to do these lives is very appealing to her. As we know, Chantal is an extremely lazy person who will try to find every which way to do the least amount of work possible. Doing the live, she just simply has to turn on the camera and talk. She doesn't have to put any effort into it at all. And we all sit and watch her stare at the screen, tell us a bunch of stories, and then drive for multiple hours getting fast food along the way and taking dumps. Trust me when I say her content is severely lacking. At least in the videos, she did do some entertaining things like time warp, mukbangs, and all this stuff. She is doing nothing at all in these lives. There is zero content. I think maybe the one video she put the kitchen shelf thing together, that was as exciting as videos have gotten. She unfortunately does not have good content. And this is going to impact her at some point. I mean, people are already tiring of all these lives. And how does one have a life? I mean, how are you getting things done? You're constantly on these lives. You need to balance your life.
Blackmail by sharing my life, Scary Yellow Crayon. When I share my life and I live my life, I don't have you guys in mind, like thinking, well, maybe I should do this because my followers don't want me to do it. Or, I mean, I do keep you guys in mind, obviously. I think, oh, they're not going to like this. But it's not going to prevent me from doing things in my life. Like, do you know?
The reason why people are disappointed is because you're not making any videos. You have no content. So people are getting tired of these lives. It's getting old.
You know what I mean? Danielle, I don't want you to feel sorry for me.
And on top of that, she changed this, a few months ago, going on all these lives and not making any videos at all. So people who have been subscribed to her for a long time are disappointed because we're used to seeing the videos. And now all she does is lives. And let me tell you, I mean, I'm sure a lot of reaction channels can tell you this. It is painful to sit through hours and hours of live. And, you know, a lot of us, I don't know what other people do, but I know me, like I will watch a lot of the videos to gauge, you know, which one I should do a reaction on because I don't want to do a reaction on every single video. So we put a lot of time into watching these, and then people viewing it put a lot of time into watching these. And it's a lot of hours in your day. It really is a lot of hours in your day. So when we spend that much time going through the videos and people watching them and stuff, we're thinking to ourselves, how are you even functioning? How are you getting things done? How are you going out with friends? How are you going to doctor's appointments? How are you seeing your family? I don't even think she saw her grandmom yet. And I'm sure her grandmother is very old. And I would think she'd want to have every moment with her. And I just can't understand. Like, she should be spending time with her family right now.
I don't want you to feel sorry for me. I don't want to cancel. I want to help save your life and career. I genuinely want you to... Why are they doing this? I don't know why my career has to be a part of it. Like, if I keep my personal life personal, then there shouldn't be an issue, you know?
Chantal, your life is YouTube. Your whole point of your channel is to follow you. So you kind of are in a sticky spot when it comes to that. I mean, we are watching you. It's not like you're not a specific channel. Like, you're not a cooking channel where people only watching you cook things and picking up recipes. You're not a travel channel where this person travels to different places and gives you tours and guides you through the things that you're seeing and doing. You're not a prepper channel where you're teaching people how to prepare and can and all this stuff. You don't have a specific thing to your channel. So we are following your life. It is personal, right?
Used woman fetish, don't mind him. Oh, okay. We're probably not healthy for each other. Yeah, well, it hasn't been very healthy. It hasn't been all bad either. Like, it hasn't been all like fighting, you know? I don't know what to say. That was a bad, 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 bad fight. And I don't ever, it's never gonna, I don't know. I don't know what to say. No, I'm not giving him my money. I'm not giving him my money. I pay my bills with my money too. You know? Like, I pay my bills, and my sobriety is, have been sober for like what, over a month now? I don't know. That's like not, that's something that I'm happy about. Thank you. I know I've been smoking a lot of weed, but hi, Punisher. It's affecting your career and that your friends are heartbroken over your choice and leaving. I don't want that for you. I see, yeah. Well, I know, but it's like, I don't know what to say. You know?
Oh my God, she's smoking weed again.
To change my mind.
And this has to be probably early morning
Just
hours, I
talking,
would assume.
like,
Maybe I'm wrong.
Him proving to me some things that I thought he was lying about. Him being honest about this woman who called him with a weird vagina. And
So there's a woman that was calling him with a weird vagina. How does she know about her weird vagina? Why would she have that information? That's weird.
and then, no, I got there with the clothes. Under the influence, way too much stuff. I think it was like, we did so much stuff that night. It was bad. We were both miserable. Swanky tokes. Ignore my super chat. That's fine. Sorry, what did you say? I didn't even see it. Sorry. I'm not trying to ignore you. Your sobriety should converse. Where's your super chat? I didn't see. Oh, take this $4 and buy yourself a gravy. Mashed potato for brains. Thank you. Yeah. You're an amazing person. Thanks. So, no, he he was working, like, for a while at first. But this is all his business. Like, this is what I mean. Like, I don't really want to talk, like, I don't know. No, that's not what I wanted to say. I'll never change and don't want to do better. That's not what I said. You give me a chance for what? Anyway, I went there and brought him his stuff. He was playing soccer. And then I went in and talked. I had to shit. Number one, I had to shit. So I was gonna take off. And then popcorn JRD Mo5. S-Jam, it's so went in and he had made like all good food. And then we don't know. We talked, obviously. And you know, stuff happened. I'm not trying to ignore you, Purple Mermaid. Yeah. And then I said, why? He's like, why would, you don't understand why I told Shannon off? And I'm like, yeah, why? What? You know? And he's like, because she messaged me first. After I told her what happened with the fight we had, I confided in her, told her not to tell anybody. She went and told him off. Obviously she hates him, and I understand that. I'm not mad at her for that. I actually think he's just what you deserve. That's nice. So anyway, that's what I mean though. Like, you share what you do with somebody and they like turn it against you. Like, I'm just living my life, people, and I'm just sharing it. So fuck you. Anyway, don't support me. I don't care at this point. Like, seriously. And that's it.
You're gonna care when this impacts you so much that it hurts your wallet. That's when you're gonna really care.
I don't know what to say. Like, I said, that's, you know, and I don't get it. I don't know. I don't condone that. I don't think everything with all that whole thing is a fucking mess. So yeah, that's what happened. I'm not even saying that I'm back with him. I'm just saying I went there to bring his stuff and we talked and everything. That's it. That's it. And yeah, I do think there is some good in him, and I know that things got really bad when we were coked out. But obviously, like, I had to, I don't know. I know I'm not stupid. I know you're all shaking your head at me thinking, what a stupid bitch. Well, I'm not trying to shame you. I want to see your self-worth because you're worth it. You never deserve to be abused or hurt or anything. I know. And maybe a part of me thinks I do. Or I did. And I can't get that out of my head. No matter how much super chats you send me. No matter how much you tell me I'm pathetic. There's nothing I can do to change my mind. So you're just going to have to judge me. And I'm just going to have to live with it. Volpe, welcome to Very Important.
If that's how you feel, you should not talk about this anymore. You really shouldn't. And I mean not talk about it at all. Don't talk about your relationship. If that's what you want. If you want people to stop giving their opinion, stop telling you what they think, stop having, whatever, you need to stop talking about it. And really, you should have never talked about it. That's the trick, right? If you don't want people to talk about something, don't put it out there. They'll never even know. And again, this is the problem between lives and videos. Videos are more controlled. You can control what's in that content. You can micromanage that. When you're doing these lives where you're driving places and just rambling on and on and on, just trying to fill up empty space, this is why you're finding yourself in a situation. You should just not talk about it at all.
Bees are ready, set, bees! Yeah, I'm still fucked up about what happened. And I'm gonna need therapy.
You've been needing therapy for a long time.
I don't know what it is. When I see him, I just melt.
It's very hard for me to understand how someone's heart can melt with a man like this. This is a man who obviously didn't have a job, deals drugs. I mean, he seems to have an abundance of it. Whether he is actually a drug dealer, we don't know, but I wouldn't be shocked, okay? Who's somebody who is abusive and has abused her. I just don't understand what exactly she's smitten about. And it has to come down to the attention and the sex. She's equating all the sex to love. And that is such a bad thing to do. You have to separate it. Because all you talk about him is his magic tricks and how he is in bed. That is the extent of your relationship. An actual relationship where there's love, genuine love, there is much more depth involved. Feelings, stories, memories. That's love. Love is not just sex and magic tricks, but you're equating that sex to love. You think the more sex you have with him, the more he loves you. That's not how it works.
You can call me stupid. I don't know. Do couples therapy? Hey! Moonlight, do you think that's... Because, like... EP 99... No, BB said that. And yeah, he's gonna be really... Everyone's pissed at me because...
First of all, why do you keep bringing up BB? Will you please leave that man alone, okay? I just don't understand it. I would be so weirded out if my ex was calling me about their relationship. I don't know. It just seems so bizarre to me. I don't know why she doesn't just leave that man alone. Yeah, it's so bizarre. And everybody, look, everybody's upset at her. Those people that truly, genuinely love her and are around in her life, they're disappointed in her because she reaches out. Remember when she was having her crisis mood? She was a coke addict. She was having crisis mood. She reached out for help. She was in sheer desperation. And like literally the next day or the following day after that, she was like, oh, everybody keeps bothering me. I wish they would leave me alone. They keep calling me. I wish they would just leave me alone. I just don't want to be bothered. I don't want people telling me what to do. All this stuff. When you do that, when you reach out to people for help, you have to expect them to react that way. I don't know if in your mind you're thinking that you should say these outlandish things and people would be like, oh, cool. Hey, so what do you want to do today? I don't get it.
But what, like, people never are in some kind of, like, abusive relationship and they never get help and they never succeed. I know how stupid this sounds.
And some people are in abusive relationships and never walk away. You have to be careful, Chantal. You really don't know this man. You don't.
Oh, yeah.
Now, of course, this live stream is literally 4.5 hours. We're 43 minutes into it, so I'm going to start, like, speeding through this
No,
a
I
bit.
told that one person who said I deserve abuse to fuck off. That's who I told it, Pickles. I just want to share my life. That's all. You know? I don't support abusers. I'm in love with somebody. Full picture. And that's what's frustrating me. Reel in, go off, Queen, I love you. Well, fuck. Like, I can only take so much. Kaylee, you're the first one to get blocked. Goodbye. You're fucking annoying and stupid.
Oh, she's back to blocking
what the fuck is
people,
even that?
everybody. Watch out. She just unblocked everybody. Now she's blocking them.
So, that's it. That's all I have to say. I don't know. I don't understand why, like, people are so friggin' angry. You know? Like, allowing her to do this.
I can't imagine why people are angry.
He's just like me. I'm not good when I'm not sober, like on coke. But he's... Thanks, Jamie. He's really, really funny. Like, he's funny. He's so smart. He can do so many things. He can make a fucking motorcycle out of cocaine.
Wow.
Like a real... He was selling them before.
Really,
I don't know.
Chantal?
Like, there are really
Wow.
good things I've seen. Like, I've
That's
spent
a
hours
keeper,
getting
Chantal.
to know.
That's a keeper.
Why did he change his...
It's interesting to me that she qualifies him as a good person to date based on him being funny and being able to make different things, do magic tricks, all this stuff, but there's no depth. Has she met his family? Does he have children? Does he have an ex-wife? Does he have a wife? Who knows? Did she meet his siblings? Did she meet his friends? Has she gone out to dinner with him? Has she gone out to breakfast with him? Has he taken her out on a proper date? There's just no depth at all for her. She's very on the surface. Love is a very different thing for her than most people would say love is.
Facebook relationships. He told me about that, Beverly Marsh. That was like in reference to us. You should totally marry him, Jay.
Chantal's the last
Jen.
person who should get married. Not in her state right now.
No. No, I was at home when I was saying I was at home. I didn't go off live and go, like, you could ask Pete, I was here. I was taking breaks because I was, like, not sure. Like, not just about him. Obviously, when I was, like, depressed for that whole week, like, we had a really, like, I don't know if I wanted to be in a relationship, period. You know? Because of a lot of them, because of my channel, and especially people, like, you know, telling me, no, I'm not accountable beauty. That's not a lie, Dawn. I didn't lie about that. I said I was done with him, and I was at the time. No, I was done with him. I just went back there today. That's what I'm saying. Don't ask me for the truth, and then when I tell you it, say I'm lying. What do you want? I hate that shit. Like, what do you want me to say? Maddie Sin, babe, all relations that start in chaos end so. Ugh. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, I really want this to work. I really wanted it to work. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Riley Rose.
If you want something to work, it takes two people. You shouldn't be trying to force it to work. You can't, when you're saying out loud, I really want to make this work, you are putting probably all the effort in and he's doing nothing. I mean, it's quite obvious, right? You do his wash, you pay his bills, you get his food. I'm sure all that food that was in your fridge is likely going to end up at Dom's. I mean, I'm pretty sure, right? Because you don't like to cook, he likes to cook. He probably wants food. You probably want an excuse to eat there, so you'll take the food over there so he can cook for you. Look, we've got the whole thing down. We know what it is that's going on. We knew when you bought all that food you weren't going to be preparing anything or eating it. We knew that it was either going to rot or you're going to take it over to Dom's.
No, accountable beauty. That's no, that's not. The halal chicken is still in my freezer. So dangerous. Well, I don't know. My mind 1 minute thinks one way and then the next it's fucking, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about I'm so tired of like, ugh. All this is my fault. All of it could have been avoided.
Absolutely, 100%.
If I just didn't talk about it. But maybe it is good I'm talking about it, because... No, it is good I'm talking about it. Probably would be worse if I didn't.
How could it possibly be worse?
Yes, I know, Paul. Maybe I was being a bit dramatic.
You think?
She doesn't care what you have to say. Catalicious, that's not accurate. You don't know how I feel, so don't presume to. I care what you I care about my viewers, obviously. And I even love a lot of you guys. But, and I love you for caring. But, yes, you're right. At the end of the day, I make the own decisions in my life. I'm sorry to say, you know. Being a bit dramatic. No. Maddie Sin, you know deep in your heart you don't deserve this hurt. I don't deserve to be hurt. I know that. I guess. I mean, nobody deserves to be hurt. For sure. No, nobody deserves that. But I have, like... I don't know. So if that Facebook status was about you, you lied to us on live on stream. No, what do you mean? I didn't know he did that. He told me that today. Like, he told me about it. Even if you tell me I shouldn't be. Oh no, KL, you should get it fixed because the bone is depressed. I know. And even now, I'm not saying, hey, we're like fucking power couple, or we are even a couple, or whatever. I'm just telling you what happened and how I'm feeling. It seems like I've forgiven him and moved on, I guess, is what I think I've done. Obviously, or I've just suppressed what happened. All right, Miss Lavender. You don't talk back because he'll get angry. You must be somewhat afraid of his anger. Yeah, I told him I don't like how angry you get. I did. So, you know. No, I'm not afraid of him. Well, no. I don't think I would have gone there if I was. I didn't say they were the same. What? Me? Purple mermaid? What's up? What's wrong? I keep missing your comments. How? I don't know. I'm just telling you what happened, and I'm telling you that because I don't know. I don't know what to. Do I keep being honest about this, or do I just stop talking? Beverly Marsh, abuse comes in more than just physical. Does it make you feel things are your fault, like you mess up, like you're dumb? Manipulation can also be.
If you have to think
No.
about it, the answer is likely yes.
Yes and no. Like, no, like, see, here's the thing. You're right about that. Yes, it can come in different ways. And I do look for those signs. I came on stream to talk about it now. Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, like, in general, like, going forward for my channel, like, I feel like right now this whole live stream thing with me talking about all, like, this mess I'm going through and everything is like an in-between. It's like I told you, it's like a purgatory, you know? So, I don't know. Bans me from his house. I'm happy. My weight, I'm not, I mean, obviously, yeah, I want to be smaller, but I'm not, like, super miserable. Just Karen, open the container. Should I open the container? Oh my god, I can't do it.
So she has a fast food container up there which has food, and people are trying to get her to open the container on the live, and she's dreading having to do it, and she suggests that someone put a super chat in to request her to open it because she won't do it for free.
Hyper defense mode. Yes, that's right, deep throat. I don't know. So anyway. I'm explaining myself because I guess I've brought you guys on this emotional roller coaster, and I feel like I owe it to you guys in a way. Honesty, at least. You know. I generally care, but I'm not scared to call you out, prove everything wrong. If there is no cycle, hold your boundaries. Yeah, Volpe, I mean... So, like, what are some boundaries you guys think are, like, important in the situation? Like, I'm just wondering, like...
So she's about to ask her viewers what they consider as healthy boundaries to set up. Now, you could go ahead and give her advice on a generic level, but she specifically knows this man, and she should know what boundaries she needs to set up for this relationship to somewhat be healthy. Though I don't think the boundaries, she's going to stick with them, nor will she set them. I don't feel that she has that self-value of herself to do that. But yeah, that would be great to see that if she did set up boundaries, but I'm not very optimistic about that being done.
I guess, like, a big part of us talking was, like, we're wondering if this situation is salvageable. You know? died. His phone was like dying. So I said, you know what? Here you go. Here's a fucking free phone. You can use it.
She's still, now we are 2 hours and 34 minutes in, and she is still talking about Dom. Though she said at the beginning she does not want to talk about this anymore. She's still talking about him. Now she's talking about the phone that she gave him. So apparently his phone had an issue. She gave him one of her phones. I think it's a great idea, right? Chantal gave her phone. Now she can track him everywhere he goes because, you know, anybody like her probably put a tracking system in the phone. So she's tracking everything that he's doing. And she has an element of control in the relationship because she's that insecure. You know, I can understand people putting trackers on their kids' phones. I did that too when my kids were younger. But I find it very invasive to do that to an adult, unless they want to. But I find it very invasive in someone's privacy. I don't need to know where my husband's going. I don't need to know where my grown kids are going. That's their business. I don't need to, and nor do I want somebody tracking me. That is just bizarre. But I could see her doing that. I could totally see her putting a tracker on that phone. You know, she's acting like she was all generous giving the phone, but I think there's a little bit of a motive behind it, right? She's probably paying that phone bill too, which then allots her to see what phone numbers are coming in and out. So maybe that's how she questioned the girl that was calling him. I don't know.
And you'll never miss my call again. And today he said, I'm gonna get my fucking phone fixed and you're gonna get your phone back. Why would you tell them you give me, now I look like a fucking
good.
Like charity
You should give her the phone back.
Like, I'm sorry, like people guess things. Like you guys just guess all this shit. Nothing gets by you.
No one is guessing it. You actually tell us. I think you're just so high, you don't remember telling people this stuff. No one's pulling this out of their ass.
Accountable Beauty, I had 2 phones on my one phone plan. And I was paying for that other line anyway. And it was in my drawer dead. So every month, like an idiot, I pay this phone bill because I have a contract. So it's going to waste. So now I can keep tabs. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
I said it. I
Keep
do
to
it.
the curb. No, he didn't.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, we need that
At
one.
the time when I said I wouldn't go back, I wasn't going to. But
Okay.
I bet you that's what it is. He's a Libra, I'm an Aries, but he's very...
Ooh, Aries can be tough. My husband's an Aries.
We're both very, you know? Yeah. We really piss each other off.
See, I'm a Cancer, so we
But
do well together, Aries and
there's
Cancer.
like a strong attraction. Especially after we piss each other off. That's fucked up. Anyways. Life is constantly wanting to better yourself. Yeah, and that...
Oh my God,
talk
3
about
hours,
addiction and all this other
people.
stuff, but she's addicted and obsessive. She needs help more than anyone. Yeah. Seems so. That's healthy. My body can't handle soap and water. It's not used to it. Actually. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so she's in the kitchen now.
Breakfast. The breakfast of champions.
Okay, so obviously it's daylight now. So when she got that McDonald's, it was probably what, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, I don't know. So now she's gonna be eating pickles and yapping away towards the end of the video. Let's see if there's anything worthwhile here.
think I did see that series. And I saw that like.
Okay, so I'm going to end this here. This live was definitely interesting. Lots of content in it. Sorry it dragged out so long. It's a long video. But there was a lot to cover. Let me know what you think below. Tell me, what you think of everything that she said. And do you agree with it, disagree with it? I'd love to hear. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you are subscribed, thank you so much for being here and like the video. Thank you guys and have a great day.